everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning, good evening.
Whatever your case may be. We just finished with our Saturday morning feeding.
Yeah.
Went good.
Just get home.
Yeah, just got home. It's hot today. It rained a little bit before we left, and now the sun is out and it's very humid. That's just part of life here in Southeast Asia, in the Philippines. Wanted to talk just for a little bit about, here lately you've probably seen me posting some things about pedophilia, sex trafficking, adrenochrome, and things like that. I don't post things like that unless I know for a fact that it's real. I don't post about conspiracy theories about something like that because it's serious. The reason I know that it's not a conspiracy theory and that it's real is because it's something that we have to deal with here. It's a reality in countries like the Philippines and developing countries. Yesterday, whenever I was in town, I noticed a street kid. Now, I was happy to see a street kid because we haven't seen the street children in months since the lockdown. And we were concerned about where did they go. And it's like that in all of the big cities or the towns. They just disappeared. And so we've been concerned about it. And in the past, there's been large numbers of them just overnight, boom, they're gone. And you're like, where did they go? And everybody's like, nobody knows where they went. So sex trafficking, sex slaves, is a real thing. It's something, it's a reality that we have to deal with here. And, whenever you're in countries like this that are so poor, it's hard to imagine that someone could look at a child and see them as cattle or see them as a product instead of a human, instead of a child. But it's just the reality that we deal with here. I'm not going to give the location of the cemetery, but there is a cemetery here in the Philippines, and I'm sure there's lots more, where children have ran and hid for probably 20 years now. Whenever they escape their slave masters, the people that they have been sold to and things, they escape and they run to these cemeteries and they hide there and live there because people are superstitious and they won't go in there. They'll leave them alone. Lynn has been there. She's went and done mission work at this one in particular. And these children have escaped from sex trafficking and they live among the mummified remains of people that have been buried there. But they don't bury people here in the Philippines. They're above ground in little concrete boxes, and these boxes get old and they bust. And these kids sleep next to mummified remains. They're very respectful of the cemetery. They take care of it, they sweep it, they paint the monuments, but what they do is they'll sell candles and things like that to make money. People come to pay their respects to their relatives and things, and that's how they make their money, and they'll sell juices and things like that. But they live there. They've been there so long now that there is a generation of them there. Some of those children that escaped had children, and so it's a part of life. And we've been wondering about them, wondering what happened to them since the lockdown, because funerals aren't allowed right now. Nobody's allowed to go to those places, and we were wondering how they're making money, how they're living. So we post things like this because it's a reality. We live in a very, you can walk around in this life and you can stay in this protected bubble and not see things like that, or you can see the reality of it, that it is real. It's things that we have to deal with, and once your eyes are open to it, this is our life, is these children here. And our mission is not only to share with them the love of God and to feed them and clothe them, but to make sure they're safe too. And there's nothing more innocent than a child. And when you hear some of the stories, some of the things that these children have been through, it just it does something to you. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. There's you've noticed a lot of arrests here lately in the elites, and some of the the big name people that have been arrested. And you know, where there's a demand, a supply will always be made available. And you know, I am personally very happy to see the net closing in on a lot of these people, and hopefully justice will be served and our children will not have to worry about this kind of thing anymore. Anyway, on the brighter side, we love you guys. Thank you for always supporting us, praying for us, donating, helping us out.
Thank you.
We love you very much. We know these times are hard and difficult and scary and uncertain, and thank you guys for making it possible for us to continue to do the work that we do here. We love you all. God
Bye.
bless.